Hey there, everyone. So we got the Gridiron tournament this week, and I will do an expert video. So my 3 bags are going to be Apocalypse bag, Quarterback bag, and Thor's Hammer bag, probably. I guess I can do Extra Mile. It'll be roughly the same thing. So I think for the first hole, I think I'm going to go with Quarterback and go and use a Titan. And to me, this hole is really about how you set yourself up. So I try to land about between 310 and 320 yards out into the fairway, and what that leaves is almost a max distance sniper and allows me to use the funnel. There's a funnel on the green that kind of, if you set everything up correctly, could give you a pretty good chance at albatross. Obviously, the more wind resistance, the higher wind resistance ball that you use in this hole, it's going to greatly increase your chances of making it, since the side wind, it's not quite as favorable of a wind as it was in pro. So the Raptor balls that were released a few weeks ago, turkey balls, I don't know, I'll show you the shot, but I do think this is a good chance to save a stroke, so. So, try to set myself up right there. And I go 10 rings. And you can see I need a little bit of overpower. And like I said, I'm shooting for between 310 and 320, and I hit the rough. Dang it. So, didn't quite adjust enough rings, so I'll pitch out to where the 310, 320 mark is and show you the albatross shot. And if I don't make the eagle, I'll just forfeit. No big deal. Okay, so let's see. I'm thinking roughly right here. So let's try that and see if it sets me up where I want to be. Yeah, that's about right. So I typically set up about even with this bunker over here. And I will adjust my spin until I find this little funnel. So you can see, no matter where I go, the ball guide stays through the hole. And then probably adjust 9 rings here, since I'm not at max club, so kind of between a mid and max adjustment. And I use a little bit of right curl. The great ball is probably going to screw me, but so like I said, there is the funnel there. It's difficult to use in a side wind, but it definitely is, in my opinion, the best way to make the albatross on that hole. So backspin 48. So I think 48 backspin is enough. So for hole 2, I'm gonna go with extra mile and a Titan. So definitely going full backspin. And it's pretty flat, so I don't know that we need to adjust any extra. So I will just adjust 5 rings. And 5 rings is going to be the edge of my bullseye up there. So it looks like just a little bit of overpower. Not much at all. Looks like I flew it just a little bit too far. So may not have needed any overpower at all. What was I gonna say? Extra mile. The correct backspin for this is, it depends on where you land on the fairway. I was trying to land on the very edge of the fairway, and so that requires about 4 backspin, 4.5. If you land farther back in the fairway, 3.5. Ooh, nice shot there. So let's see. So half, quarter. So I'm gonna play this about 15% maybe. So 15% of 9 is 1.4 or so. 1.5 per ring. So I'll just play 1 ring. And gotta hit perfect ball. Nope. So that should miss just out to the left, I imagine. Yep. So not a good start. So I'll go ahead and start forfeiting out. And see if we can't do better the last 7 holes. Hole 3. So quarterback. And I'm going to use a kingmaker here. So I go for the rough bump here. And I do think it's the best shot to make the hole in one. You can take the straight shot and take an easy birdie, but if you're gonna make the hole in one, I really think this is the way to go. So I'm gonna aim just below the hole, and I'm going to adjust 8 rings. So 3, and 8. Ah. And as you can see, because of the great ball, I came up short, so. But this will roll down all the way off the green, and safely into chipping range. If you hit perfect ball there, it should be pretty close. Just from my experience of playing this hole in the past. Let's see what our opponent goes. About 7.5 rings. And he hit a great ball to the right, so that's not going to be. Oh, he used a lot more backspin than we did, so. Okay, let's see if I can get my perfect ball game going here. There we go. Okay. Let's see if we can't start playing a little bit better. What do we need? 9 under should be good. Okay, so hole 4. I'm gonna use the Apocalypse here and a Titan. And see if we can't drive the green. Okay, so I'm going to go straight topspin, and 10.5 at 1.7 per ring. It's going to be a little bit over 6 rings. And I'm going to need just a little bit of overpower. And we'll see. Looks decent. Sit. There we go. Finally a good shot to get the round going. So, Apocalypse 4 and 5 spin is pretty good there, which is 5. It's almost 6 bars. I think it's like 5.75 bars of topspin. And you really just want to land in the middle of that fairway. If you can do that and land in the middle of that fairway, it's kind of up to luck from there. You're going to need to get a couple lucky bounces, but as you can see, the end result can lead to a very easy eagle. So go ahead and knock that one in and get to hole 5. So hole 5 and hole 7 are kind of the two really tough holes in this course. Hole 5, if you have Apocalypse 5, 6, or 7, won't be any issue at all. Just because you can bomb it as far as you possibly can, and just give yourself like a Saturn shot or Tsunami or whatever for an easy eagle. But I'm not sure if I can reach that far with Apocalypse 4 or not. We'll see. I'll probably try it either way. But may not be successful, but this is obviously a throwaway round anyways, so not too worried about it. Okay, so let's get on our Amazon, which is like 3 per ring or something, I think. And do we have a Tsunami? Yeah, let's use Tsunami. Oops. That's not looking like the best wind angle, so maybe stuck playing the layup. Let's go for it. Why not? So I'm going to aim to land in the middle. And I'm going to go about 6.5 rings, which is about 20% overplay. And cross your fingers. Not quite. So, as I said, if you have a POC level, we still might be alright though. If you have Apocalypse level 5, you should easily be able to make it. Maybe not easily, but executing a good shot. Apocalypse level 6 and 7, definitely. So let's see. Brought the Amazon just for this reason. Yep. So, like I said, I think 3 per ring. So, it's uphill. So I'm going to try 3 rings. Great ball screwed us. So definitely doesn't look like Amazon is required for that shot. Can probably bring Nirvana, especially if you have your Nirvana at level 8. Because that will make it's the same distance but much better accuracy. So as you can see, this is a really tricky shot. It's very uphill. So you don't need hardly any adjustment. I'm just going to aim just to the right of the pin. Still got to hit perfect though. Not quite. So, doesn't look like with Apocalypse 4. I think it would still be a pretty easy eagle if I'd have brought Nirvana. But just couldn't afford that great ball with the Amazon. Hole 6. Let's go Navigator. Let's see what this wind direction looks like. That is not a good wind direction. So let's try Titan. So it's extremely downhill. So I'm gonna play 20% extra, so I'll play 13 miles an hour. So probably about 10 rings. So there's 5. There's 10. And about 2 backspin, I believe. Hopefully that was enough adjustment. Ooh, just barely. Oh man, that's a really crappy hole setup. Yeah, I don't like that at all. With that wind direction, there's really just not a good shot for this hole. Yeah, I can't think of anything that's gonna give you a really good chance of making a hole-in-one with this wind direction. You'd almost have to use like an Oceania ball and a sniper, maybe. I don't even know if that would work though. That may still put you in the bunker, so yeah, I don't like that wind direction at all. Okay, hole 7. So let's put our razor back on. Backbone. And go with the Berserker again. Let's see if we can't give ourselves a chance for an eagle here. I know it's downwind. I don't remember if it's straight downwind or maybe a little bit to the right. But I do believe, from what I remember, I think you used 3 topspin. Ooh, that's a lot of wind. let's go. Wow, that's a ton of wind. Man. Let's go 3 top spin. I don't think I can max overpower this, that's for sure. I think it'd probably go in the water. So 11.5. I think 7 rings is 11.9. So let's do that. And let's see how that goes. Not too bad. I might have messed up though. I think I have Endbringer on. I probably need Rapier. Don't think Endbringer's gonna have enough backspin, but we'll see. I'm just gonna have to dunk it. So the hole, I'm gonna say that's 75%. So play it at 8 miles per hour. And 1.4 per ring, so I'll go ahead and go 6 rings. And hope for the best. Ah. So definitely recommend going with Rapier there. You definitely need the backspin, or else you'll have to try to dunk it like that. The duck shot can work, but we just got a ton of wind on both of those shots. Hole 8. I think hole 8 actually works better with a power 0 ball, so. I don't remember what the wind direction is though. I think it's pretty similar to pro though. Yeah, pretty similar. A little bit more wind, which I think should actually work out for us, so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bounce before that bunker. Not too bad. And I'm probably not going to use any spin at all. From pro, I know that I need to use probably about 1.2 per ring. That's going to be 8 rings. So I'll try that. And go 8 rings. Perfect ball. Still too much. No, that wasn't enough, actually. So I actually needed to adjust a little bit more there. So 1.2 per ring wasn't quite enough, so maybe 1.1, which would have been closer to 9 rings. Yeah. Difficult hole to make a hole-in-one on. I think that's a decent strategy as to how to try to make a hole-in-one. But, yeah, difficult to... Difficult to make a hole-in-one on, for sure. There is a slope on the right side, but I just can't seem to remember many people making a hole-in-one consistently from up there, so this hole, I play about 30% extra wins. I'm going to play this about 11. So, in theory, that should be good, but it still makes me nervous. So that's about 8 or 9 rings. Oh man, that was still barely enough. Yeah, be very cautious with that shot. I played 30% extra. That's probably pretty close to 50% extra. Was probably pretty close to what I played there, so yeah, it plays extremely downhill. But once you clear, it's a very easy eagle, and you even have a halfway decent chance at an albatross. Ooh. Don't like the overpower there. May get lucky and just clip the fairway. Yep. So hopefully we're in backbone range. Just barely. So 4 backspin and normal ring adjustment, so 1.4, 1.5 per ring, so a little bit over 6 rings. Yeah, so it didn't quite adjust enough right there, so you may need to adjust a little bit more than max ring numbers there. Ooh. See if we can't steal a chest. So, not my best round, unfortunately. What I may do, I may record my round tomorrow, just with no sound, and post it as well when I actually qualify. Because I feel like I should be able to shoot, oh man. I feel like I should be able to shoot 14 under, or 13 under at the very least, so I may record my actual qualifying round tomorrow and see if I can't give you guys something a little bit better to view off of. But I think there were still some good shots in this round. Definitely hole 7. I definitely think I can have a pretty good chance at making eagle on that hole. So definitely happy with that one. But yeah, I think 13 under is a pretty good score. I recognize. Oh wow, with a bogey. But looking at everyone else in there, I think 13 under is a really good score, and 14 is definitely out there just because of all the par 4s are gettable. So hopefully this helped you guys out. Like I said, sorry for screwing up the first couple holes, but I think there were still some useful shots in there, and like I said, I may record my actual qualifying round tomorrow and post it as well. So good luck to you guys. Hope you have a good round.